What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about Jake Fromm, quarterback out of Georgia. So, I'm going to start doing like little quick looks, some of these players that are most likely going to be entering the 2020 NFL Draft. Now, these are not by any means final evaluations. I'll probably be making another video about them either during the season or after the college season is over. I'm just giving my thoughts on them as of right now. And I'm going to be starting with Jake Fromm. Also, as far as the order of when these come out, there really isn't one. So don't think that because I'm doing Jake Fromm first, I think he's the best quarterback in this class, because I don't. I think that belongs to Tua, and Justin Herbert might be better than Jake as well. It's basically who I feel like watching film on at the moment. I'll probably be jumping around at positions too, so just know that. So yeah, let's get right into it. So he definitely has a pretty solid arm. I mean, I've seen him throw into some pretty tight windows. I've seen him throw a ball pretty far with touch off his back foot, which I don't suggest doing often, but I've seen him nail it. So he definitely has some pretty solid arm strength there. I don't think it's like elite like Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford level arm strength, but you don't necessarily need all that. It's solid enough. And like I said, he does show evidence of touch. I've seen him rain the ball over a defender's head right into the receiver's hands where only he can get it. That's something you see a lot of NFL quarterbacks not being able to do, but he shows evidence of being able to do it. I want to see a little bit more of that from him before I can really evaluate him doing it consistently. But yeah. His accuracy is pretty good. Both his freshman and sophomore years. I actually pulled up his stats here. His freshman year, he had a 62.2 complete percentage, and then last year he had a 67.4, which is pretty good, especially for a sophomore. That's something I definitely like to see, and especially in the SEC, for him to have a pretty good completion percentage like that. I don't evaluate talent just off that, but it helps. But the thing is, his accuracy goes down a lot when his feet aren't properly set, which is the case for most quarterbacks. So that's fine. But I think sometimes, like a lot of the top end arm talent quarterbacks like Stafford, sometimes I think he thinks that he can get away with not setting his feet because of his great arm strength. But his arm strength alone is enough to be able to do that, but sometimes it throws off his accuracy when his feet aren't set properly. He has shown some pretty good feet. I'm not saying his footwork is bad. I just need it to be a little bit more consistent. I think sometimes he doesn't worry too much about his footwork because, like I said, he's got great arm talent, and I think he relies on that a little bit too much. Just something I'd like to see him work on a little bit. That's all. He is fairly mobile. Georgia uses him in a lot of like read option stuff, and he's also willing to scramble around a little bit. But he is not by any means a running quarterback. Don't get it twisted. He's a quarterback that can run. There is a difference. There's a difference between Tim Tebow and Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck is mobile, but he's still a passer first. And that's actually the type of quarterback I like. Even Russell Wilson, as mobile as he is, he's still a pass-first quarterback. And Jake Fromm is the same way. I've seen him scramble out a lot, but I've also seen him sit down and really get comfortable in the pocket and pick defenses apart. And that's where your value really is to me as a quarterback. Because at the NFL level, you can't scramble around that much. He's not super athletic enough to get away with that in the NFL. But luckily, that won't be a problem. The amount he runs is just fine. No issues there. One thing I also did see from him that I would like to see him work on a little bit is sometimes when he faces pressure, he has a tendency of forcing bad throws. You know, when a defender rushes him and gets right in his face, he has a tendency to try to force a throw, and it's caused some interceptions. He doesn't throw a lot of interceptions, but he's thrown some pretty risky passes with this. And sometimes I just think, and this will likely come with maturity, just having another year. Sometimes it's better to throw the ball away, or if you have to, even just take the sack. Sometimes that's better than making a risky throw and possibly throwing an interception. But he doesn't throw a lot of picks anyway. In his freshman year, he had 24 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. And in his sophomore year, he had 30 touchdowns with 6 interceptions. So he's pretty good about not turning the ball over a whole lot, but it's still something I'd like to see him improve on. And I'm sure that he will with maturity. Yeah, I'm not going to make this video too long. I definitely do like Jake Fromm. I think there's 3 really solid quarterbacks already in mind for me. I think I already talked about him a little bit in this video. Tua Tagovailoa, Justin Herbert, and then Jake Fromm. There's probably some others that I haven't looked at enough yet to really gauge. But we'll get there. But anyway, if you like this video, I would appreciate you hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comments down below. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.